gonna show you my tears. I know it sounds funny, it's sticky like honey. We're always putting fires out, you and me and you. We're always putting fires out.
At 4 a.m. but I wasn't asleep. You told me not to worry, 'cause always I will worry. You told me not to cry, said no such thing as try. You caught me in my own words. Sometimes I hate my own words. How I feel, but said it just too loud. You told me I should calm down. I never wanna calm down. It's hard to say goodbye, even though it's just a week. I'll always know you're still here. You'll always know I'm still here.
Good morning, friends. My friends, welcome to the United Traders Day Trading Week, the day after the Bernanke show, and I have to say he has delivered a really nice show last night. Yeah, unfortunately I was not aware of the schedule of this event exactly during the New York session, so we have been closing out, I think, 5 to 6 minutes too early, because after that there was what I was waiting for, the live transmission of the event, for example on Bloomberg. And yeah, during the statements, during the question and answer session, he was delivering something surprising, going against what he was stating in his prepared statement that he was reading at the beginning of the session. So he turned from a dovish stance into a very hawkish stance, and yeah, I think you have seen the very nice move yesterday. So, okay, so let's see what we can do with this today after this very nice action there. Hey, good morning, Rashid. Nice to see you. So, yeah, let's go into yesterday's action first. That is the chart from yesterday's action, but let's go to the 15-minute chart. It may look more interesting. So, here we are. And let's zoom in a little. Ooh. Zooming in. Here we are. Oops. Oh no, what's... Sorry. As usual, at the very beginning of my show, there are a lot of things happening that are not intentionally here from my side, so hopefully I get it under control soon. So the screens are adjusted, the banner is off, I think. So yeah, let's have a look into yesterday's action, because it was so interesting. I think you remember during the beginning or at the end of our show, Mr. Bernanke was starting with his statement, and the price was drawing this high, so it was going up, up and up. So, but then he was giving a command that QE may be tapered as soon as the numbers will support to do so. That is also a statement that is cited many times in the media this morning, and also cited on Bloomberg. So that was a major statement, and this major statement finally caused this strong, I would say the strong move was down to this level here. And then there was some more drift down during the late night New York session, finally drawing that low. And I was trading this way down. You remember, I was trading the long, on the up move. I was already short for some reasons. I was believing, and I was not seeing any proof that I might be wrong, that we will see a weekly turn on Wednesday, but no, it's not that rigid as it may sound. I have this idea of the major game plan of the Bigfoots, you know about that, but I'm following the chart, and yeah, I was staying with a relative small exposure here. We can have a look into the trades a little later then, and then I was going down, but I have to say I was not, I think I have closed out at this level here. I was not thinking that it was going that much down, but okay, so then I was out of the market, ended my trading, had to leave for a while, and then I was coming back and I was trading around, yeah, I was trading this here more or less. So I was expecting the daily fade off, and so I was long, this time I was long, and the price was going down some more, so I had to scale in into my long, and finally we have seen what I was waiting for, the little fade off from the low to a level 25 pips away, and this time it was more or less exactly 25 pips to go over into the Asian session. So I made a few pips here, a lot of pips here on the down move, a few pips with my longs and with my shorts here, I think during the session. So once again, I do not want to sell you anything, but regardless of Mr. Bernanke was saying or doing, it was not a too strong, surprising event finally. So however, the big fruits have managed to have their weekly turn, and so far it's still true. And at the moment the market is more or less playing the idea of dollar strengthening. We see something else at the moment on the yen pairs. Let's have a look there. The yen pairs, euro yen, also dollar yen, which is not on the screen at the moment. They're going down based on profit taking in the yen. So there is some yen strength at the moment, but however, yeah, let's go through that. You can see the DAX has opened already. And we have opened with the gap down because of this idea that QE may be reduced soon, and he was saying that it could be already the next meeting if unemployment numbers are supporting the idea. So based on that, the stock markets have been going down. You see it here, the late night DAX, but also the gap down because Asia was, especially China, was also not delivering something very positive. It was a disappointing number we have seen during night. So prices going down some more, and let's have a look at the Dow. Do you remember Dow's? No, it's not the Dow. It's the S&P 500. Sorry, how the S&P was looking yesterday. It was a tight range, very close to the daily pivot line. A tight range, maybe this size, and see, there's some more movement, some more enforcements. There is a direction for the market now, and with the idea of reducing the QE, the money printing, there is not so much money anymore to invest in stocks. So finally, yeah, let's call it the Bernanke rally could be over now. So yeah, last but not least, before we are going into, let's have a look. Oh, wrong key as usual. Here we are, the Bernanke action. Yeah, this is the Bernanke move, the Bernanke spike with his dovish stance. I was making some pips on the short side already during this spike. This was live, I think. Then I once again entered short. I'm not sure if it was inside, yeah, maybe inside of the show. So I was expecting a turn. So I scaled in into my short, and when the momentum was getting stronger downwards, I was scaling in, and finally I have closed out here. Yeah, you see it at 120, 129. No, is it 129 level? Cannot check that at the moment. Yeah, the 129.15, something like that. So then I was off, and yeah, what I want to show to you is the very final action. Here it is. It's 1 minute. Let's take it here. So yeah, that's it. The trade of the daily fade off. I was expecting a low already here. You see, I was going in long. The first time I was going in long was here. Then I took a few pips, have taken it out. Was thinking, okay, maybe this was the final fade off, so that we may go into the Asian range on this level. But we have been going down again, so we're thinking, okay, maybe a retest, maybe drawing a new low. But however, it should go up the 20 pips. I was waiting, very patient. So then I was entering the markets several times, and finally following this up move. I have to say I was running out of time, I was getting tired, so I was taking out the position early. All in all, I made some pips out of that. I was not able to stay that long in my trading room. So I was ending my trading day, and yesterday it was, I have to say, the last 2 days they have been very nice. Yesterday have been around 100 something pips. The day before have been around 70 pips. So some nice action. And now, yeah, we have been speaking about the topic of overconfidence. That is an issue I feel creeping in. So I have to try to calm down. I have to try to stay careful, because at the moment I have to say everything is running very fine for me. So my idea of the market movements are not too bad at the moment, so a lot of pips. And that is a situation when usually, at least me, I'm starting to get in some trouble. I'm taking too big risks, I'm becoming too predictive, so I focus too strong on my trading idea. So I'm not really following the price action, so I put too much weight in the belief of the game plan and all this. So maybe you have similar experiences. It's a situation when we have to be careful trading. Yeah, that's the situation so far. And because of that, yeah, let us start with our little meditation. It's exactly the right time, at least for me. I need to focus. I need to focus really strong so that I do not get into trouble. So let's do our little meditation. Our focus on trading, the focus on something that went very well, the focus on the basic rules we are following. Yeah, let's do it. Try to replay the emotions, the thoughts, the feelings you have had when something went very well for you in trading. Let it run in your imaginary cinema in your head and give you the final push, and end this little meditation with a statement. Let me do that again today. So yeah, I will leave you alone with the music. I go to my meditation myself. So for the next 1 or 2 minutes, let's do that. Okay. Hope you are through with your meditation as well. As usual, based on what I was saying in the introduction to this show, my focus was going into direction. Stick to the rules, and the rule is not to be predictive. The rule is follow the flow, and the rule is be nimble. Don't put too much belief in your predictions or the anticipation of the markets. It is nice to have the major game plan of the big boys, but it is a supportive tool. It is not the leading tool. It is only a supportive tool, and that is what I told me 4 times during this 1.5 minutes, and that is what I try to stick to. That is what I want to put my focus on today. Stick to the rules, follow the market. Do not overemphasize, overwrite the game plans of the big boys. Stay nimble. Yeah, and that is what I want to do today. Especially today, because I know there is an issue of overconfidence creeping in. Okay, here we are, in the here and now. The next thing we should do is have a look at Forex Factory calendar. Let me pull that up, because there are many news during this morning session. The French flash manufacturing PMI, the German flash manufacturing PMI, the Eurozone global flash manufacturing PMI. So we have news in a 30 minutes frequency, and then usually we are ending here with our session, but then there's something coming up. The second estimate of the gross domestic product, the GDP of the UK. Yeah, later on during the day we have unemployment claims, and based on what Mr. Bernanke finally was stating yesterday in his testimonial, that the FOMC is ready to scale down QE if the unemployment numbers are supportive, and they are ready to do it already next meeting. I think this unemployment figures will be a real market mover. Unfortunately today we will have no New York session, so it's up to you. Stay nimble trading that, follow the flow. The outcome is clear. Supportive or better than expected numbers will support the idea, especially because the statement was done yesterday, so it's very fresh in the minds of the traders. So better than expected unemployment claims should result in an euro-dollar down move, worse than expected euro-dollar up move, because since yesterday we have roughly been going back 160 pips from the high, and this 160 pips are based, this dollar strengthening is based on the idea that the QE may be reduced soon, and this is based, or the prerequisite, the precondition is that the unemployment claims are better than expected. Okay, there's something else, Mr. Draghi. So let me check what he is going to deliver. The future of the Europe in the global economy in London. The topic is not too bad, so maybe there are some statements that could influence the market as well, and especially because that is an opportunity for Mr. Draghi to react to the Fed action, the verbal intervention, if you want to call it that way, of Mr. Bernanke yesterday. So if you are going with overnight positions, be careful. This guy, Mr. Draghi, is able to reverse the downtrend if he wants to. So careful with this. Careful with the unemployment claims. But at the moment we have still 23 minutes for the London opening. So let's focus on the charts. What to make with the charts? Let's pull up the 15-minute chart. Here it is. Let's have a quick look at the hourly before going into details on the 15-minute. Okay. We have seen a new low during Asian session based on the disappointing Chinese data. We have seen a retest of this low. This hourly candle could go into a little reversal. So why reversing if the trend is down? Yeah, let's have a closer look on the 15-minute chart. So far, I personally stick with the idea of the weekly churn. And as I was trying to explain yesterday, or maybe the day before, regardless of the news, as long as the news is not so strong, so surprising, these guys will do their game, and they have done it. And Mr. Bernanke, sometimes I'm thinking he's playing the game as well. He was delivering it perfect. Dovish comment at the beginning, hawkish comment later on. So yeah, maybe he was trading as well. Just joking. Okay, today the Asian range. We are hovering around more or less yesterday's low. We are below the daily pivot line, not very surprising based on the strong down move. This is was the disappointing Chinese data here, this low. Then we have been going up. We have seen some weakness here. Have a look at the VIX. Then price was going down again, and my Asian range is something that is the last few hours before London opening. So I tend to draw it that way. The Asian range. It's not so interesting what was going on before. And we have been seeing a little down move here. Sticking to the idea of the weekly churn, and also supported by the idea that the QE may be faded out. What is most likely or a very probable scenario? Let me draw that for you. We may see some up move with drawing. I'm not sure about what's going on in the up move, but this here will be my idea of the New York high, and then we may see some test of the 128. Here we have been already very close to that, so most of the barriers downwards are eaten up already, so there could be the idea of a stop hunt here, the 128 level, later on in New York, and then of course the fading off into the upcoming Asian range then. So my idea is somewhere first a New York high, then, or maybe it will be a London high, depends on London or New York high, then finally a New York low here. Oops, not very visible, and then the daily fade off. That is my idea at the moment, following the basic idea, the major game plan, the weekly churn down. So something I want to check for myself as well as where we are in relation to the weekly opening. Yeah, we are exactly at the levels from the weekly opening. Yeah, that could be interesting. Yeah, we have to await the numbers, and maybe Mr. Draghi, the unemployment numbers. let's imagine they are better than expected. So I think we will see a continuation of the dollar strengthening. So also tomorrow there might be a downdrift, but this information is not that new. We have been playing the downtrend already the last 2 weeks based on the idea. So it's not a fresh idea, not a new idea. So the momentum, the power out of this idea is not too strong anymore. So maybe we see a slight downdrift tomorrow as well, so that there could be a weekly close out below the weekly opening, but not really strong below that. But you know, the topic of overconfidence, I love to do this little chess games on the charts, but finally the market is delivering the input. And yeah, so we are just in time to see the last 2 minutes of this 15-minute candle. We are close to the moving average, usually the very first barrier in the price movement. So let's see. Hey, I'm missing Ray. Ray, are you there? How are you doing? I hope you're doing well. Something. Yeah, maybe something. Yeah. How have you been trading? Not only Ray, you guys out there. Maybe some comments on Mr. Bernanke's action yesterday. I hope you have made some pips, or you have been able to keep control over your position finally. Wow. The lady on Bloomberg. Wow. Very strong color. Her top, it's a very strong pink. It's causing some technical issues with my screen here, with my TV screen. It's flickering. So yeah, last minute, last 40 seconds. So by the way, we are creeping upwards, so it could be possible, if we are staying with the average pips we are doing every day, that we may break the 10% level, since we have started at the 15th of April. That's the official starting day of this experiment. But see, the last minute, at the beginning of the last minute, it was looking like an up candle, an outside bar in relation to the last closed candle. During the last 45 seconds, yeah, and now it's closed, it's looking a little bit different. So there is some significant weakness on the way up. Yeah, for all the new guys in there, tomorrow we will have a very special session. Special session. Eine special session. Wow. I was never trained to become a TV or radio moderator, speaker, so maybe I should do some speech exercises. Special session. By the way, you see, I'm in a very relaxed mood. I hope you are as well. Please, and if not, do this little exercise. Keep your face smiling for a minute. Force you to keep your face smiling, even if you are not in the mood to do so. But after that minute, your mood will be much, much better. It's a very cheap trick, and it works. Back to the very special session tomorrow. It's about the small numbers. We will have some little calculations on the compounding effect and what small numbers can do for you. But Also, we will have a look what small numbers cannot do for you. For example, having a 2K account or a 5K account and thinking you can make your living from that every month. Okay, if you need only $100 per month, it could be possible. But if you're staying in one of the Western countries, living with $100 is really difficult, I would say. So usually you need something around 2K or 3K per month to make your living. And yeah, that was difficult, or I would say impossible, with a 5K account with a reasonable risk management. But that is exactly what we are going into tomorrow. So I think we will not have much time for trading tomorrow morning then during the London session, because it's not a complicated topic, but it's a demanding topic with a lot of details and hopefully also with a lot of questions from your side. So yeah, I want to invite you to join in tomorrow morning London session. Let's call it the beauty of the small numbers. Check the stocks, check the DAX, the S&P. We need to spot, or we need to be aware of maybe a turn. And this time I think the stocks and the euro dollar are in sync. We have seen that perfectly since Mr. Bernanke was on yesterday. Yeah, the stocks and the euro dollar have been perfectly in sync. Also the three kingdoms, because it was really a game of dollar strength. Though it was going all over the battlefield, all dollar related pairs have shown the same patterns. This morning the yen oriented pairs are showing some profit taking on the yen weakening idea. So if you have played the weak yen, you have been long dollar, short yen, and now you have to buy back. If you are profit taking, you have to buy back the yen. So it's resulting in, I'm showing you something on a chart that you can't see, so let me move that here. This is the move we have seen so far, going down from 103.5 to 101.3, and that on dollar yen, a pair which is not unusual to have a range of 50 pips only per week. So we have seen a move of 200 and something already this morning, so that's a strong move. But that is related to yen, because how can you know it's related to yen? Let me shift that there, and let's bring another yen pair, the euro yen. You see more or less the same move, and also here are the blue lines showing every 100 pips. So also the euro yen was going down nearly 300 pips, 280 something like that, and you see they're perfectly in sync. So that is a yen move that has nothing to do with euro dollar. So, and especially because euro dollar is the ratio, the quotient of euro yen and dollar yen. So euro dollar itself is not moving that much. It's more or less constant, the ratio. But okay, let me rearrange my screens to the usual layout. So here we are. Nine minutes for the hourly, so that's a good time to have a look at the hourly. So yeah, something I want to get, or I want to make you used to, is when to use what time frame. And before the 10 minutes before the hourly is going to close, I usually have a look at the hourly to be aware of the pattern. And yeah, isn't it looking nice? So we're trading for another 1 hour plus 1 hour 10 minutes. So the hourly is going for 60 minutes. So and this is a reversal pattern at the moment. So there's chance that the next hour at least is starting with an up move. Maybe it's reversing till the hourly is going to end, but this gives us an idea that at least, let's say, 30 minutes could go up, should go up, and that could help us based on the most recent swings here on the 15 minute to determine the bias. Yeah, usually you remember I say I do not pay much attention to the hourly trend. So yeah, the hourly trend, at least the most recent one, is going down. So that is not what I pay attention to. I pay attention to this candle pattern here to have an idea about the next 30 minutes or maybe the next 60 minutes. It's not the trend I'm trading here, it's just the pattern here. So important for me to emphasize that, to highlight that. I have not changed my way of thinking. And you remember at the beginning of this I was not showing you the hourly very often. I was ignoring it more or less completely and was focusing only on the reversals. But I think the time is right to go into more details and where to get some more input for your decision making. So based on that, knowing that the game plan might go down, I think I will give it a try with a long. Really? Sure. Nope, not at the moment. My finger was here on the keyboard, but I have not pressed the key. Not the right moment. Not for me. But my bias is going into long direction. But I'm not staying long enough with the market. So I want to focus a little more on the charts, on the mini movements, the micro movements, something you can see on the 1 minute and on the tick to have an idea about the forces. So I'm looking for very pronounced, emphasized, clear, sharp shapes on the tick. So that this one is delivering an idea that there might be some support, the other way around, some resistance, and I want to see how strong they are pushing, how big the distances are, and if they are forming more or less rounded. It's not looking that good. Let me redraw that. If we see rounded tops or rounded bottoms, or if we see V shapes. So this is the rounded thingies, the salsa or sausage shapes or inverted sausage, banana shapes or whatever. These are smooth turns. These are strong turns with a lot of pressure needed, a lot of power from the market needed. That are also expensive turns in terms what the big boys, the market makers, the market manipulators have to pay for that. This is something that is not too expensive. They can do it smooth with small positions. But this one is an expensive pattern, I would say. Hey Ray, there you are. Just arrived. That's fine. Yeah, I was missing you already. But nice that you are in now. Have you been trading Mr. Bernanke, or maybe the turn in his statements, Ray? So you remember at the very first it was going up to the round number and then it was crashing down 130 pips. Have you been in there? Hopefully everything was under control on your side. Or there's a good likelihood that you have been in bed already. cool. Me too. Me too. So Ray was making a small profit on the way down. Nice. Fine. Something's missing. Hey, that's a problem. No market sound, no market noise in the background. Let me pull that on, this annoying thingy. Yeah, the last 2 minutes for the London guys. The DAX is drifting down. Interesting to see if the sentiment is changing when the real stock market, the trading floor, is open in Frankfurt and also in London. But it's difficult. From my thinking, it is difficult to see any of the stocks at this high levels. And remember, we are still close to the all-time highs, the US indices and also the DAX. So it is really, yeah, that move. That was a strong one, you see. But it was looking like a hunt. You see? They do not know what to do. Seems the market, the big boys have no unique common sense of what to do. But have this in mind. So it might be a sign that trading the down direction could be a better idea. This is what I say, an expensive hunt, but a very powerful hunt as well. And that is something, for example, that you let's imagine. Let me stop that before it's running outside of the visible area. If you're in a rescue situation, let's say with your long positions, and your break-even price is somewhere here, that is why I have my take profit on, my mechanically defined take profit given to the order. That is nothing you can get with a manual close of the position. You have been down, it was going up in a blink, and it took 2 blinks to go down again to the same level from where we have started. But the take profit, that will bring your position back to break even and will close out all the rescue levels that you want to. That is why from time to time I have to take profit on when I'm in a rescue situation, because I do not want to miss that. That is cheap money, and that is something that is shifting my odds in a little advantage against the brokers and the big boys. Yeah, but a strong candle, a strong one. So let's see. Yeah, this trigger, and let's not forget about the news. Let's go into that. There was some news, the French manufacturing PMI, and regardless what the number is, if it was good or disappointing, they have used to trigger something. And you see, it was better than expected. So let's see what we will get in 29 minutes with the German flash manufacturing PMI. Yeah, I was describing at the very beginning that I think there might be a London high first, before we may see a New York low, before we may see the daily fade off then. So my idea is still that there is some up momentum, even knowing that Mr. Bernanke's statements are favoring at the moment the dollar strength. But we have to wait for the unemployment figures in 5 hours, 30 minutes from now to get a final idea. If they are better than expected, euro dollar down. Oops, euro dollar down like that. And if they are disappointing, euro dollar up. Yeah, what to do? My little reversal candle is more or less reversed, neutralized. For me, it's interesting to see if we are able to develop some momentum here at the Asian high so far, and that is required to draw a London high. If not, you know, let me draw that. The idea at the moment is Asian range, seeing a little going drift down, then want to see a London high to go into a New York low, to see the fate of the day going into the Asian. So if I do not see a London high, but maybe I'm seeing a London low, then let's favor the opposite. Once again, the Asian range. We have seen this has already happened. So but then maybe we are going to see a little hesitation, drawing a London low first, going to draw a New York high, and then to fade it off and having the new Asian range here. So that is something I try to find out now. If we see a high or low first in the London session during the very first hour, or maybe rarely the first 2 hours. So let's see. We are at the moment we are more or less here. That's where we are. Quick. I go short. I'm short, friends, I'm short. Now my tick charts for euro, yen and dollar yen, they are exploding. The ranges there, they're extraordinary. There's a lot of momentum. Seeing that, sometimes I'm thinking, why not trading euro yen? You have so many 300 pip days, 200 pip days, but with a small account, and they are moving so fast, because I cannot go below the micro lot. And yeah, if you have to be aware of a sudden 100 pip move, let's imagine you're in a rescue situation with a mini lot in, though 10 times the scout level, a mini lot, $1 per pip. So you are down $100 in a blink, and so you are violating the risk parameters. And that's why I'm staying away from this very volatile pairs. So you have to resist the chances that you may have with these strong moves, because it's not trading the chances, it's trading the risk. So the reward is maybe awesome, but unfortunately there's a good chance that you may have blown up your account before you will have this very nice reward. Yeah, there's chance to see some more up move. I was drawing it at the very beginning. There's also a chance that this is going to be an W. So worst case, the London high could go close to the round number, but does not feel very likely to see a move like that. Let's see. The good thing is that all major markets now have had the chance to react to Mr. Bernanke. So also the European guys have been able to do whatever they want to adapt to Mr. Bernanke's statements. So the US boys have been in there live. For the European boys it would have been the late night session, so the major institutionals have been off, most likely. At least the decision makers, there are only the night shift which are having some instructions how to behave, but that are not the decision makers. The decision makers are mostly in during the daylight time of the time zone you're in. So the Asian guys have had the chance to react to all this, so let's see. And that is without any new input. I think it is very unlikely to see during the London session already 100 pip move. And based on that, I also think it's not too important which direction you are on. You will have opportunities to re-average in any direction. But the next news coming up in 21 minutes, the German manufacturing PMI. The French one has caused this jerky move here. It was better than expected. Six more minutes for the 15-minute candle. Yeah, let's have a look on the final shape of the hourly. Yeah, it was looking like a very positive one, but it was going up with this French spike. And now it turned out to be a candle of hesitation, of indecision so far. There's still the strong wick at the bottom, usually a reversal sign if you would have not the long wick at the top. So let's see. So what I was telling you about the upcoming 30 minutes or 60 minutes, it's not that strong upwards indication as it was before without the French spike on top of this candle. So it would be, for me it's interesting to see this candle closing. If it will have a long wick at the top again, and the long wick should be longer than it is at the moment, then I think it's cool to be short. If it is closing that way, or maybe the price is going even higher, there's some work ahead. I give it a try. Second level, short in with a take profit at break even. We are getting closer to the Asian high, so there might be chance that I'm able to re-average it one time for a few pips, but let's see. I tell you why. During the first few minutes of the last 5 minutes of the 15-minute candle, so maybe 1-2 minutes of the start of the candle, usually they bring the price the opposite direction that they intend to bring it during the last 2 minutes of the candle. So it was going up. So yeah, I can try that little bet on that because we are trading small. With already in a deep rescue, I would not try that out, but that is the second level, so now we are trading with 20 cents per pip. So I have given it a try. It was going up very early in the last 5 minutes of this 15-minute candle. So my idea was, okay, they try to grab some more before bringing it down. But now we are in the last 2 minutes, and if I'm right or wrong, we will know in 2 minutes. Yeah, there is this game plan you may have in head. But there's also the component of playing the probabilities, and there's a good chance. And if your risk is under control, if your position size is in check, you can do that. Playing the probabilities, playing the experiences you have, some detailed knowledge about typical moves. That is difficult to do if you're already in a very troubled rescue situation. So the last minute, yeah, they will show me if it was too premature and if their real direction is up or not. It seems to be up. Check the Swissy, the chart behind the webcam view. It's going down. The DAX may have found the bottom, the S&P as well, so maybe I'm the only one being short at the moment. Let's see. Yeah, at least not a strong down candle. The 15-minute candle has closed, you see. I'm really thinking about maybe taking out this second level, redeploying it a little later. But let's see how far this action is going to go. Swissy a new low. We are at the top of the range, ready to draw a new London high. Or not. Retest of the range high. With the major game plan of the weekly turn yesterday, it is more, yeah, from hindsight, because I'm in already with a short. But if this game plan is true, it's more probable to see a London high and a New York low than the other way around, see a London low and a New York high. But okay. And that's the reason why I'm not too aggressive with my trading. And especially what I was explaining earlier, there is the issue of overconfidence because it went very well this week so far. I have to be careful not to become too predictive. Confidence, the belief in the skills is good, but we have to keep that under control. The DAX has turned again. Swissy maybe has drawn a low. So no, not really. Going down again. My second level is more or less still at the price level where I've entered it, sent it to the market. Yeah, of course I'm in a re-averaging in a rescue situation, so let's pull up the 15-minute chart to get an idea about potential resistance levels. Oops. No. M15, here we are. So we need to see something from yesterday, of course, and we want to draw some potential resistances. This one is at 128.67. The next one is this level here, and the next one is the psychological level of the round number, which is very close to the daily pivot line. So let's see. So the next one is 128.67, 128.85, and then the round number. The 15-minute candle has to go another 10 minutes, 11 minutes. So it's too early. So the 1 minute and the momentum is something I have in focus now. Swissy is still going down. Yeah, in 10 minutes we will have the German numbers. That could be a trigger to turn it down, but it could be also the trigger to do the last spike up before turning down, though then, in fact, we have seen in London high. But let's see. DAX is stalling, not making new highs or lows. Swissy is moving. Euro dollar is moving. So the yen is weakening again, so the yen pairs are going up. Yeah, the better idea would have been to take the second level out, for sure. I missed that, but we are playing small, 20 cents only, so it's not a too big issue. So on the way up to the round number, for example, we can lose roughly $10, which is not too hard. Of course, it's a loss of 1% of the account, 0.9% of the account, but that is still inside of our risk parameters. And now I have to be aware or focus on the chart. That could be a turn, and of course I do not want to miss it. If so. But let's see. Swissy and DAX. Cable, what is Cable doing? Maybe a top building here. You see here, we are going up, but there's already some weakness, some euro weakness or dollar strength. At least there's a level, or there was a level of resistance. Let's see. Yeah, in such a situation, of course, you cannot know the price level for the turn. There will be a turn because the market is moving in swings, so that makes me relatively relaxed with that, but you can never know where. And I have already 2 levels in. You see the break-even price is 20 pips away, 21 pip away, so it's not too far away. But I do not want to send in a 3rd or 4th level that will be carried on to the next round number at 129 then, so I'm waiting. And for this 15-minute candle there are 7.5 minutes to go. So it's too early. At the moment there's no hint of a turn. The 1 minute is not delivering any candles with a long top wick for now, so we have to wait a little longer. So we are at the very first potential resistance that I was showing you, the 128, 66, 67, something like that. So this could be a turning point, but we need some confirmation. At the moment the up momentum is still there. Yeah, this 1 minute candle, it's a very small, so let me zoom in a little. Is the first showing some weakness, but the weakness is very weak. So still nothing to act on. Let me check the news if there's something we should know about. There are the standard information from the ECB about the deposit facility and how strong it was used. So even with the statements from Mr. Bernanke yesterday and his testimonial, we are still at a very low level. It has not changed significantly. There's a little drift in the numbers all the time, so some more people, some more banks have given some more money to the central bank overnight to keep it safe, but there's only a change of a few percent. If there's a change in sentiment, or if there's coming up some panic or fear that there are some major issues in the Eurozone, then you should see an increase of these numbers of more than 10 or 20%, but that was not true. So here we are, getting closer to the close of this candle. 3 minutes, 10 seconds. I am prepared, as you can see, for a few minutes now to send in 1 or 2 more levels to re-average my position. 3 minutes. first interesting 1 minute candle. I give it a try. But I'm prepared to take it out in case there is a strong impulsive up move. Because now with 3 mini lots or maybe 4 micro lots, sorry, 3 or 4 micro lots, it's too expensive to let it run against the next round number. So I have to do something then. So 2 minutes 10 seconds. Also 2 minutes 10 seconds. Oops. For the German numbers, and maybe they have been early. There's some volatility. Let me check. I can't see anything, so let me bring up the Forex Factory calendar. Because there was some volatility, you can see it here. So yeah, the numbers are out a little better than expected with this manufacturing PMI itself, with the services PMI, same like the French data, disappointing. So another 30 minutes and we will have the global European numbers, the consolidated, aggregated European numbers then. But back to the chart. I've taken out 2 levels. It's getting too expensive. So in case I've taken a level or two, a few levels out to reduce exposure, of course I'm willing and I'm able to re-enter, but I need to see something convincing then, and at the moment it's not there. Have a look at the 1 minute here. There was a down candle here that was so far the strongest one we have seen, but 2 minutes later it was reversed completely. And now we are going up, and the French numbers and the German numbers both have been a little better than expected. So according to what I would do as a big boy, it's exactly that. Bring the price up to draw the London high and use the trigger of the US unemployment numbers to draw a New York low. But let's see. Usually I do not like to stay in such a situation when I cannot trade the New York session, and today unfortunately I can't. So I want to show you the 50-minute chart where we are. So at the moment we are more or less at this level that we have been drawing earlier, the 128, 67, 70 level and something like that, a little higher than that. But the 15-minute, that is the 15-minute chart, this could be the first reversal candle then. So yeah, I think I will give it a try. I'm in with another level, short level, of course. But I'm ready to take it out, be it with a few pips profit or be it with a small loss, in case the upwards momentum is increasing strongly, so that I have to be aware that it could not be or will not be the high so far. Let's see. But it's not looking too bad. This is... the 5 minute is looking nice so far. So the first thing we can do, we can reduce the floating loss we have. And the next step will be to try to make back the booked losses. We'll check out later for that. I want to focus on the chart for now. See here the DAX. It was going up. We still have this opening gap, so all the opening gap or the gap close believers, for you it's clear there will be some up momentum. For me it's not that clear. But I do not want to let this second level profit turn into a loss. But of course I'm following the pattern on the 1 minute on the tick. One more minute for this 5 minute candle. And this time it's a little bit different than before, but let's wait how it is going to close. I want to show you something or give you an idea behind. .30 seconds for this 5 minute candle. So the 5 minute has closed, as you can see, but there's a difference between this one here and this one here. This one was a jerky reaction based on the French construction PMI news. This one is coming out of the trading flow without a news. So it's not a news spike or a news trigger made by the big boys. This was a news candle. Unfortunately, yeah, I paid not too much attention to that, and I was thinking, okay, that might be a strong sign that the direction may be going down first. But okay, this one is a stronger one, and that's the reason why I'm thinking about sending in an additional level. But let's see. Let's take some. This V is not that good here, so there could be some support, and therefore I'm taking that out. I'm still in, so I can still make something back, but let's have a look. We are down $2 booked losses and another $2 floating losses, so we are down all in all $4. So yeah, we have to make back something to bring the count to where we have started. But knowing that there are only 20 minutes left for me, or 25 minutes left for the session, I do not want to go too aggressive. It's too big risk. So maybe we will be down today with 0.3% then finally. But I will not have a chance to trade the New York session, but there is chance that I can have a late night session. And especially Mr. Draghi is delivering a speech, so that could deliver some volatility to make it back, but if not, it's still okay. So friends, please show hand. Was that your London high? Yes or no? Let's see. A little too early for the London high, but so we are going up, so I'm prepared to send in another level in case I see a turn again here on the 1 minute, or directly here in the momentum if it is only a very small up move, and it looks that way. So yeah, I give it a try once again. Let's see. I'm in with another rescue level, only 1 microlot, so I'm yeah, from the very beginning trading this account, I'm very defensive in my rescues, so I'm not sizing up. It is the reason why, because this account is still small for this type of trading, so I do not want to create a snowball running against me. And you can see it in a different way. You know that I'm sometimes having 4, 5, 6, 7 levels of this microlots in when scaling in to re-average. So usually I would send in 1, 3, 8, I think, microlots, of course. And I have split up this 3 and the 8 level into single microlots, though that gives me more flexibility to follow the price flow. So usually I would send in 3 microlots at once, but this doing it that way, I see it like I have split up this 3 microlot position in 3 single positions, so that I'm able to scale in. I can take more advantage of this, and that is why because this account is still relative small for trading this way, and so far it has worked out fine. I'm prepared to send in a second level. The last 5 minutes, 4.5 minutes of this candle, at the moment it's looking like a nice reversal. Let's see. So the second level I tend to send in during the last 1 or 2 minutes of this 15-minute candle, when I finally see the intention. Hopefully I'm able to see. So there's something on the charts that makes me staying in a very relaxed mode. Have a look here. We have been going away from the moving average, the benchmark, and there will be a rendezvous. Something we know. The Swissy is correlated in a negative way, and the Swissy is going also a good amount of pips away from the moving average. So the Swissy has to go up. Negative correlation means the euro dollar should go down. Of course, they can stay away from that for the next 100 pips, but the market is not that strong at the moment. That is so. As I've said in the beginning, I do not expect a 100 pip move during London session, but I can be very wrong, of course. And something that is always true, don't overstay rescue. So let's say it's going down some more, or maybe it's turning up again. So I think I will take it out, this second level. So I'm not waiting in a very rigid way till my take profit is hit, till this open position is back to break even, which is 128.48, so below the 50 line, the 50 level. So no, to make it back in one step is not the intention. I tried to pick as much pips as possible, as long as the momentum is supporting the idea, but the last 2 minutes are running now. Let's see. Swissy is going down again, hesitating. Yeah, I'm just careful. It's not important for me to, if the second level is exactly at break even itself, or maybe 2 pips in profit or 2 pips in loss. It's about the momentum, and if it is going against me, the solution, the procedure to handle that is to take the level out. Then it's not important to see the recent profit or loss of the position. It's the momentum. If it is against you, take it out. Well, at the moment we are hovering around. Have a look at the 1 minute. So it's not the swing on the tick that I'm trading here. So maybe it's chicken dance, but that's a little too cheeky then. And there is some chance to see a breakdown here. 45 seconds to go for this 15-minute candle. If they do not reverse it in a strong way to the upside, this is a good indication for a reversal. So I will play it, and maybe I can make back some more in the last 15 minutes of this live session. Otherwise, I will tell you tomorrow morning then, during the next London session, what has happened to the account, to these positions. So this is something looking like a reversal candle. So I'm aware that it might go up. I want to see another wick here. So I'm not taking out this second level now, because this looks like a reversal. So finally it should go down. So, but I'm ready to bring in a third position somewhere here, because usually we will have some overlap of the candles, and the next candle should have a wick at the top. So if it should have, because usually it looks that way, we have to draw that wick. That means we have to accept that the price is going up first before going down, hopefully. It's just that easy. And I'm not taking out that level the second now, even knowing that it may go up, because this looks like a reversal. So I want to scale in into a little stronger rescue. At least I want to give it a try. If they're not going to draw another top wick on this recent 15-minute candle, I'm in with 2 levels, and based on momentum I may send in the third level without this top wick. But the basic idea was that I will wait a little to see them drawing the wick before it may turn down again. But let's see. Swissy has found a bottom for now, 2 times test. If this is going to hold, I do not know. The reason why Swissy and Eurodollar not moving with a tight connection at the moment is this guy here, the Euro Swiss franc, because Euro is weakening against the Swiss franc as well. So they have been going down in sync, which results in a no move or just a little small move in the Eurodollar then. So see, they are moving somehow in sync, so Eurodollar is hesitating. So it's not the typical -1 correlation we have between these two pairs. Yeah, the idea of the wick is still valid, and as you know, a 15-minute candle, it's a long time, especially if you're waiting for something. So there's chance that they are going to draw the wick now, maybe in 5 minutes. Something that is supporting me at the moment is that the DAX, the stock market, is not going upwards. It's hesitating there. So the sentiment is not into the favor of taking too strong risks. And the stock markets seems to accept that we see some reduction in QE. So they are going to take some profits from the all-time high rally, from the Bernanke rally we have seen. And yeah, I'm not sure if it will work out during the next 10 minutes during this live show, but this is supportive for the idea that there might be a down move on Eurodollar as well. So, but who cares? Roughly $4 for euros, not dollars. Loss, so we are down roughly 0.4% this morning. Yeah, I would love to be up, but okay. That's how it is. And I think I have to take the loss in 10 or 15 minutes, because I cannot trade that much longer, and I don't have the chance to trade the unemployment numbers later on. So yeah, maybe there's chance to make it back later on, late night session for me with Mr. Draghi. But let's see, what are they doing here? Yeah, I'm not getting nervous, and if we are down 0.4 or 0.6, it's something you can make back easily during the next session. And the idea, I was aware that there could be a wick, and if they are going to draw a wick, they should do so. Let's see how this move is developing in relation to the high we have seen so far. It could be a little higher. It is not looking that strong at the moment here. So a higher price would be not surprising. Yeah, there's something, a rumor in the market. Let's have a look at it together. Here we are. Offers at 128.80, 128.90, and so that is a resistance we are at the moment. Then we should have some support at 128, 128.10. So the 128, 128.10 is not that important at the moment, because we are at the opposite side of this range. And even without the news, we could have seen some, or we could have come to the same conclusion that there was some offers in the market. So finally the price was turning. And this is always true, regardless if it are some offers from the big foods trying to bring the market down, or if it's some natural offers based on some fundamental data. Regardless of that, the result was the price was going down. Yeah, we have the major manufacturing PMI for the Eurozone in 7 minutes, and we have another hourly candle. So let's have a look at the hourly candle. Basically, there's still, if it is going down, let's say to my break even, the brown dashed line here, then the up potential is not that strong. If it is going to close that way, how does the usual reversal pattern look like? We need to have a wick. We need to have something like an inverted hammer. So based on the hourly, there's still some up chance. Well, let's see. Six minutes for the 15 and the hourly close. There's a little weak now, but I was thinking of something more strong. But okay. The price always wins. Hey, I'm running out of coffee. So, how can I make pips without coffee? It's quite impossible, that's the reason. You see. The last 5 minutes. So typically the scenario inside of the 5-minute candle should go up first and down in the last 2 minutes, in case they want to bring the market down. So I really use it as a kind of pre-indication if they're going up some more in the first few minutes of this candle. Usually, not always, usually during the last 2 minutes they're going down then, but let's see. So, now 3 minutes. Swissy is going down. The stock market is going down as well, so yeah, let me bring up the Forex Factory calendar. Let's shift it to this area. Oh, the postman is ringing, but this time no chance to service him. I'll have to be careful. Minutes. Yeah. Okay. Is that really what they want to tell me? Or do we have the numbers early? Let them bring up again. Yeah, they're there. A little better than expected. So, like pre-indicated by the French and by the German PMI, they have been also a little bit better than expected. So, is it going to be a double top and M formation here on the 1 minute and on the 5 or not? Let's see. If so, then I think I'm pretty safe with my rescues. I could make it back easily. If not, so I think I have to stay more patient till we have found the high and then going down again. And as I usually state, it's rarely that I'm turning my position. Then I need a really strong momentum against me, and that is not true at the moment. So third level in, because this 5 minute candle looks already nice. 30 seconds for the 15 and circuit, 30 seconds for the hourly. Let's have a quick look at the hourly. Here it is. Yeah, something you can see nicely here is with the third level how my break-even price was improving. Not too much, at least not based on the size of an hourly candle. You can see it here on the 1 minute. It has improved my price roughly 49 to 5 pips. So with this third level I have improved my break-even price by 5 pips. So let's see. The candle has closed. The 5 minute is looking nice. And let's wait for the last little momentum before I'm going to close out the show. Not every tick against me is making me really nervous, so of course a candle is a vital living thing, so of course there are moves. So my third level, having a little move against it is okay. Having a strong move against it is not what I want to see at this moment in time, so Swissy is making new lows. Careful, friend, careful. It seems the action there, I've taken out 2 levels a tick too early. But the action here shows that there is a strong resistance, that there is seems the people I really want to break it down. However, I have to close out. Thanks for joining in. No New York session today, friends. So we will see tomorrow morning, and tomorrow morning, Friday, it's the show going into small numbers, the beauty of small numbers, compounding effect, all that. So yeah, have a nice day, stay nimble, have the thoughts of mine regarding the unemployment figures and Mr. Draghi later during the trading day in mind. So let's see what these guys can make with the markets. Yeah, all the best to you. Thanks for joining in. See you tomorrow, friends.